and gentlemen, welcome back to episode 12 of the Task Setup series. Today we have the Jordan 1 Code JP Midnight Navy that will be dropping tomorrow on not that many sites that I know of. Unfortunately, they will not be coming out on foot sites, but Shopify seems to be the main way to go. So without further ado, let's get right into it. As you guys always know, you want to go to create your task for whatever bot you're using, wherever that is located. For NSB, that is in the top left hand corner. We're going to be using Kith as our dummy site, but I'm going to be honest with you guys. From now on, just because how things have been going recently in terms of Shopify changing up, not even major, but just for like me personally, like Kith and stuff like that, the queues, these perma queues and stuff are absolutely killing me. So I'm going to recommend to you guys, and also take my own advice, to start trying to go for other sites besides Kith. Kith used to be my main site, but with all these perma queue stuff and all this other BS, I'm going to have to start branching out, not because I want to, but because I have to. All right, but with that means, what am I doing? Let's go to Undefeated first, because they may or may not be dropping on Undefeated. But if I know how the last, the silver pair, or the metallic silver, whatever it was called, the last pair did, I believe they dropped on Undefeated, they shock dropped. I believe they did. All right, so you guys know the first step is to get into some keywords. I will get to the task mode setup. I'm at the task mode, which is, of course, you guys should know by now. Anti-bot, Cyber 3.0, whatever type of anti-bot your bot uses, whether that's safe preload or human mode, whatever that is, be sure to input that in, or you won't be copying nothing but a fat L. Okay, so keywords, we're gonna go with AJ1. No, actually, let's space that. AJ1. And we're gonna say metallic silver, like that. We're going to do a comma now. And for the second batch of keywords, because as you guys know, a comma represents a new whole batch of keywords. All right. Next, we have Midnight Navy. Now, if you guys are, well, I would say you guys could also do, if you guys want to do something just like Navy or even just silver, AJ1 silver. But no, actually, that may be too, I think silver may be too risky. It may not, but I don't know. I like to be a little bit more in particular, especially when it's a little bit more broad in the colorway range for keywords. So yeah, we'll just stick with Midnight Silver. I mean, not Midnight Silver, but Midnight Navy. Okay, we have that, but I'm gonna do 2 more batches because I don't know if it'll actually pick up with the AJ1 separated or with the AJ1 actually together, but we're gonna find out. So this is what we have, all sorts of different keywords. So whatever picks up, we'll be good to go. Metallic Silver, and then AJ1. Midnight Navy once again. All right. Now we have that inputted. Now, of course, you guys know, like I just said, your task mode should be whatever anti-bot mode your bot supports. For NSB, that is Cyber 3.0. Pick whatever size you want. Like I always say, in order, if you want to go for a multitude of sizes, not every size, but like if you want to go for a certain range, that I guess all profitable sizes. For example, let's say that's a size 7, a size 10, and a size 12. It'll pick whatever out of these 3 sizes. All right, so just keep that in mind. It'll pick whatever out of these 3 sizes. It will not pick 7 and 10 and 12. It'll pick 7 or 10 or 12. Just keep that in mind. All right, now for number of tasks, like I always say, try to do, my phone is going off, so let me mute it real quick. I apologize, guys. Getting blown up at the moment. Okay, so for the number of tasks, these videos never go as planned, but that's the beauty of it. All right, so for the number of tasks, like I always say, 1 task per account. I always say that. I don't know if Undefeated is able to pick up on if you're using more than 1 account at a time, but for me, I like to keep my account has been golden for like a year and a half, 2 years, no cancels. 0 cancels, and I tend to keep it that way because I only do 1 task per account. So we're gonna stick with that same energy, 1 task per account. All right, so of course no proxy because local is cash. Local is king when it comes to Shopify. That and ISPs. We're gonna go to advanced. You guys know how we always do it. 10,000 milliseconds. That's not going to change. And please, please, please do not forget the most crucial part. Do not forget to log in, because if you do not log in, you literally will not get anything, because it is required to log in order to even get a chance to even try to check out anything on Undefeated. All right, so once everything checks out, boom, 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 you're gonna submit. Now we have our first task. So I know from my last video, the Vapor Max setup video, you guys are asking me when to start task. Be sure to start your task 5 minutes beforehand. Start your task 5 minutes beforehand with a 10,000 millisecond delay, and then drop it 1 minute and 30 seconds beforehand using hotkeys or whatever hotkeys your bot uses. I know for NSB it is, let's go over it again as always. Control, left click on the task, then Control M, and we're gonna drop it to 2600 milliseconds, 1 minute to 30 seconds before the drop goes live. So we'll do that, and from that point on, you just have to pick up the product and solve capture as quick as possible. And another thing you guys can do, just in case keywords do not pick up, is you can, luckily, a great feature with NSV is you can come up here to the monitor and simply click right here in the middle where it shows this little link. Copy that, and that's basically the link or the URL to the product. I know this is for Chinatown market, but this is just hypothetically. So just in case keywords do not pick up, come over here, copy as quickly as possible, left click, Control on your task, then Control L, and you will have the link and put it just like that. Now the link does not show because this is for undefeated and this is for the Chinatown market. So if this was the actual drop time, the link would change from keywords to the actual link and it would pick up the product immediately. So try to check out as quickly as possible. That is crucial. All right, now let's go into 10 a.m. drops. As you guys know, like I said at the beginning of the video, Kith is getting a little rough for bots that aren't just that. I'll say this, if you're not Baco, you're gonna have a little bit of a hard time when it comes to Shopify, especially like a Kith site, because I'm not gonna lie, Baco is literally one of the best Shopify bots. So you have to think a little bit differently. At least I do anyways, because at first Kith was my way to go. That was my bread and butter. But things always change. So when things happen, all you can do is just adapt, because you just have to adapt to those changes like we've been doing. Even not even this, but even with outside circumstances, which I will not speak on, but you just have to learn how to change and adapt. Now, like I always say, for Kith itself, you need an early link, because only bots pick up, only very few bots, if any at all, will actually pick up keywords on Kith. So it is crucial that you get an early link from your cook group, from your bot's Discord, from whatever other outside sources, whether that is Twitter or whatever else, a Facebook group or something like that, wherever you get your links from. Please be sure to keep that in mind. Now we're going to go over here to keywords again. Now we can be a little bit more broad, since of course this isn't undefeated. So we do something like Air Jordan 1, and then we'll do Midnight Navy, or if you want to, you can just do Navy, whichever floats your boat. You can do Air Jordan 1 Midnight Navy, Air Jordan 1 Navy, or just Air Jordan 1 Midnight. Always be sure to test your keywords before the drop, and you just simply do that just by starting the task and seeing if anything picks up. And if anything picks up, just simply stop your task. All right, so we have that. We have AJ1. That is our first keyword, and the next keywords will be Air Jordan 1 Metallic Silver. Metallic silver. All right, now we have that. Now, just in case you guys want to, which is completely fine, you can still, of course, do AJ1 and then Midnight Navy, or AJ1 Metallic silver, wherever floats your boat. And like I always say, viewer discretion. If you're not fine with these keywords, or if you're not comfortable with them, please wait until your bot Discord releases keywords, or until your cook group releases keywords. But until then, I will only offer that as a warning to you guys. If you want to use them, that's completely fine. But if not, hey, that's fine too as well. Okay, now that we have that out of the way, of course, your task mode, Cyborg 3.0, that does not change. We already went over sizes. Now, the number of tasks is going to be a little bit different. Now, since I already suggested to you guys for going for multiple sites, now if you don't have a bot that's like killer, and I mean absolutely slay Shopify sites, that's Baco, and it may be a few other bots out there. I'm not currently sure. I just know Baco is like #1 when it comes to Shopify. So unless you don't have a bot like that, then I would strongly suggest to you guys to run for multiple sites, because I know with Kith, this new perma queue is absolutely whooping my tail. So I have to start reaching out for other sources, because my main source is clipping me. So what I'm going to suggest to you guys is run one. I would say, all right. So typically, I would say run at most 2 no proxy tasks, and I'm gonna keep that same energy. It's just that this time around, I'm gonna run 2 proxy tasks on 2 different sites. So for example, I will run one on Kith. First, let me get everything set up. Let me set up my billing profile and all that good stuff. 10,000 millisecond delay. Blah blah blah. Use share monitor? Nope. I mean, you guys can, but I always just leave that alone. Like so. Boom, there goes our task. And I would want to say 9 times out of 10 this is going to drop on Shoe Palace. So, and FYI, if you guys didn't know, variance or of course early link is the best option if you're going for Shoe Palace. But let's say they dropped on Concepts or they dropped on Shoe Palace. Pick whatever 2 other sites you want to go for that are pick whatever 2 sites you want to go for. So whether that is Kith and Shoe Palace, whether that is Kith and Concepts or Concepts and Shoe Palace. Pick whatever 2 sites you want to go for, because things are starting to get a little tough, just at least for me anyways. I don't know how you guys are doing, but Kith has not been working out for me recently, at least on NSB anyways. I'm pretty sure if I was using a bot like Barcode, then I would have no problem, but you know, I cannot complain and I will not complain. So going to put our keywords in. Of course, like I said, if you guys have an early link or a variance for Shoe Palace, that will be your best method of checking out. Now you guys should be sure to check your bot's Discord group, but I'm pretty sure, I may be wrong, but I know if you use variance you may have to use safe mode. Don't quote me on that. Just double check in your bot's Discord group. Like I said, do not quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure yet. I will have the definite answer in my next video. All right, so we'll have, of course, have no proxy inputted, and everything else will be the exact same as it was for this task right here. The only difference is I forgot to actually change this to no proxy, so I'll do that once I actually create this task. Now, okay, actually I lied. I'll do it once I'm done making out my task. So if you guys have ISP proxies, it would be your best bet to, of course, run for as many sites as possible. But that doesn't mean have a crap ton of tasks at the same time, though. So next, what we're going to do is, let's say Concepts is going to drop. We're going to do Concepts and put our keywords again. And everything's basically the same. The only difference is it requires a login. So please do not forget to log into Concepts, because it's the same scenario when it comes to Undefeated. If you don't log in, you're never going to have a chance to run, because you can't even log into the site to even check out anything. So please be sure to keep that in mind. Please, please, please don't forget to enter your proxy. It is best to use ISPs. That is definitely the best thing to go for. Now, one great thing about using proxy lists and not just going local is the fact that you can mess with your delays a little bit more. So let's hypothetically, since of course this is still a site that requires you to log in, 1 task per account. But the thing you can do is, if you wanted to, you can, instead of setting your delays to 3,500 like we would with these 2 tasks, you can set it to something like 2,500 or 2,600. Don't get too crazy and drop anything too low, because you may end up getting rate limited that way. But you can definitely have a lot more wiggle room to play with your delays when you have proxies actually inputted. So there goes Concepts. Let's go to another store. Let's say Jimmy Jazz when we dropping it. And like I say, guys, these aren't guaranteed sites to drop. This is just hypothetical examples. Let's say you want to go for Jimmy Jazz as well. It's the same thing over and over again. But this time around, we're going to do 2 tasks. We'll do 2 tasks for Jimmy Jazz. We will have login disabled, and everything here will be virtually the same. And we'll just go ahead and click submit, and boom. And just in case, one more, let's say like DTLR drops as well, because like I said, you guys, I mean, I think I'm honestly gonna start having to switch it up with Shopify, because Kith. And it's not Kith, it's, well, I don't know, it's just the bot I'm using. It's having a little bit of a hard time with trying to check out like I would like to. So you have to switch things up. Like I said, you have to adapt. Now it's the same thing. I want to do one more time, but like I said, I like to go no more than 5-6 tasks. So we're just gonna do 1 task this time around. Submit. Boom. Now we have all of our tasks created. We're gonna have these 2 tasks right here. Hold on, let me fix this real quick. We're gonna have these 2 top tasks with no proxy, and these of course are gonna maybe be our 2 tasks to pick up the quickest. So if you want to go for 2 sites that you're guaranteed will know will drop, and you may actually end up having a chance, be sure to have these 2 as your top priority sites, and these are more of like secondary, because you know your proxies may or may not end up getting rate limited. So please be sure to keep that in mind, that these are more or less like secondary sites, and these are your primary sites to go for, that you know the product will pick up and you have the best chance at copying. Now, when it comes to dropping your delays, like I said, everything is going to be at 10,000 milliseconds, 5 minutes before the drop goes live. But you will want to change that. You really want to change that about 1 minute 30 seconds before the drop goes live. So for these two tasks right here, we're going to drop them with, and of course, like I said before, Control left click and then Control M. We're going to drop these to, let's say, 3,500 milliseconds. Or if you want to, you can also do 3,200 milliseconds for the top two tasks. Now, the only reason these are higher is because there's no proxy. Our local IP is the only thing we have. So once that is banned, that is it. It will be temporarily banned for a good, 5 minutes. But by that time, the release is long over. And the best thing you can do then is just run for restocks. Okay. Now, for our ISP task, you can, of course, we're going to do the same thing. Like I said, I sound like a broken record at this point. We're going to do Control left click, Control M. And if you wanted to, you can drop your delays to 20 seconds. 20 seconds. See, I told you, nothing ever goes as planned. You can drop to 2,600 milliseconds, 1 minute to 30 seconds before the drop goes live, and just keep it like that. And honestly, that is pretty much it, guys. Once your products pick up, please be sure to solve CAPTCHA as quickly as possible. If you want to check out or even want the chance to check out, please be sure to I can't even talk. Please be sure, it's time for me to end this video. Please be sure that you're ready, have your game face on, and let's hit this release. I wish you all the best of luck. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Deuces.